The Three Little Pigs. This is a game that you may not believe me, but it is possibly one of the best games that I played at Gen Con 2013. This is a game that attracted me because my little daughter is really into the story of the Three Little Pigs these days. And I thought, this could be a cute game that I can play with her. And I played it, and I thought it was brilliant. And almost everybody I played it with agrees that this is just an incredibly and unexpectedly good little filler. It is a filler, it is light, it is quick, but it has more decisions in it than you would ever imagine from a game with this theme, marketed clearly as a family game. Joel Eddy said that he would rather prefer to play this game than King of Tokyo, and considering how popular a game King of Tokyo is, that is quite an endorsement. Now let me show you how the Three Little Pigs works. Well, first you can see that the box is really cute. It looks like a book. Very high quality of the components. This is a dice game at heart. You have 5 dice, 3 of them have black symbols and 2 of them have white symbols. The dice with the black symbols also have a side with a wolf icon. We'll get there. When it is your turn, you roll your dice. This is not a good roll to explain the game. When it is your turn, you roll your dice and you look at the symbols that you rolled. Symbols may be windows, doors, roofs. You look at the symbols that you rolled, and you can keep some of your dice and re-roll some others. Suppose that I want to keep those and I re-roll. You have up to 2 re-rolls, and after the first re-roll, if you want, you can also re-roll symbols, dice that you did not re-roll before. After you have performed your 1, 2, or 3 rolls, you look at the resources that you gathered. Here I have 3 doors, a roof, and a window. The symbols will allow you to purchase the corresponding part of the house. You are, building houses for little piggies, and you win the game by building strong, tall houses. To build a house, you need to start from a door or from a window. The number of symbols of a certain component that you roll tells you the type of material that you can use. It takes, for example, 2 doors to buy a door made of straw, 3 to buy a door made of wood, and 4 to buy a door made of bricks. Here you had the symbol. The number of piggies that you see here reminds you of the number of icons that it takes to purchase the component, and also tells you the number of victory points that piece is worth at the end of the game. I have 3 doors here. I can buy a door made of wood. I put it here, and I'm starting to build my house. And you can build several houses at the same time, but it is very important to keep in mind that at the end of the game, only the houses that are completed, that have a roof on top, will score points. The other houses will be destroyed. And this is how it goes. You roll and you start building houses. It is possible to build several components at the same time. Suppose that I had rolled, I don't know, but suppose that I had rolled enough icons to build a straw window and a straw roof. That would be a completed house. And yes, it is possible to mix and match materials within the same house. And of course, the stronger the material, the better. Why so? Well, because the wolf is always behind the corner. When you roll dice, if you roll a wolf symbol, that dice locked, you cannot re-roll it. You can keep re-rolling, but if you roll a total of 2 wolf symbols, then you have to stop. You can still use the icons that you roll to purchase stuff, but after you're done with that, you have to roll on this thing here. You spin the wheel, which you can do by, doing like this with your finger. Of course, which is also very thematic, you can blow on the wolf wheel. How cool is that? Before you roll, you choose a house belonging to an opponent. Then you spin the wheel, and the material that is indicated by the arrow, straw, wood, or brick, well, that material will be destroyed from the house of the opponent that you targeted. Suppose that this is a house that Joel is building. I roll 2 wolf symbols, and I target that house. Then I spin, the straw has been selected, then all of the straw from that building is destroyed. Had I targeted this and straw comes out, then these 2 parts of the house are destroyed. So yes, the wolf actually penalizes other players. You don't get to build stuff, you lose resources because you cannot use those icons to build your own house, but you get to target houses of the opponent, which can be pretty neat. This is the basic game. The game continues until a number of stacks of tiles equal to the number of players is exhausted. 2 players, 2 stacks are exhausted, the game is over. At that point, the players score points based on the number of piggy icons that they have on their completed houses. Also, there are certain bonuses. Some can be acquired during the game. For example, these cards go to the first player that completes a full wooden house with door, window, roof. This to the player that completes a straw house, a brick house, and these cards are worth 2 victory points each at the end of the game, including in the case that the house that gave you the points is completely destroyed, because a house that is made of a single material is very fragile. It takes a single hit from the wolf to destroy a full house that is made of a single material. So houses with a lot of materials are more durable, but houses with a single material score you more points. Then these are the cards assigned at the end of the game. This card goes to the player with the highest number of completed houses. This card goes to the player with the single tallest house, and this goes to the player with the highest number of flower pots. Not all components have flower pots. Some have 2, some may have 1. And at the end of the game, you score points from the cards that you acquired, the number of piggy icons that you have in your completed houses, the flower pots that you have in your completed houses. You total the points, and the player with the highest amount of points is the winner. Now, is this a game that is too light for you, that is too silly? I don't think so. If you get past the psychological block, it is the 3 Little Pigs, equal. It is for a 5-year-old. This is not a game for me. Try to play this game with an open mind. I think that it will surprise you. I know it surprised me. This game is just so much fun. It hides many more decisions in it than you would imagine. When you're getting new components, well, you have first to choose the type of components that you want to push, that you will try to get. Then you have to choose whether you want to start several houses, which are harder for the wolf to target, because the wolf can target a single house in a single blow. That means that if your pieces are spread out, a smaller amount of your pieces will be destroyed if the wolf targets your houses. At the same time, if you have a lot of houses that have not been completed, then you cannot score them at the end of the game, which is annoying. So you have to choose how you place your materials, your components. You have to choose the type of components that you will be pushing. There are cases in which actually you may try to re-roll the dice that may generate wolf icons, even if that may not be the best strategy for you from the point of view of what you can build. But you're doing this because you think that you'll do more damage to the opponent. The doing damage to the opponent by summoning the wolf would do you more good than if you were building your own things. So sometimes you may go for the wolf. Many of these little decisions actually do matter. Also, when you're choosing the house of the opponent that you want to target, you may go for a house that, if you hit it, if the wolf hits it, will do a lot of damage to the opponent, or you may decide to go for a house that will be most likely hit even if that will cause less damage to the opponent. Example, if this is the house of an opponent, these are the two houses belonging to an opponent. I am summoning the wolf, I need to spin the wheel. If I choose this house, there is 50% chances that the entire house will go down, and that will make the opponent lose 6 points. But if wood or brick comes out, then the opponent doesn't lose anything. On the other hand, I may choose to target this house belonging to the opponent. This house is a piece of brick, a piece of wood, a piece of straw. I know that the opponent will be damaged somewhat, will lose 4, 3, or 2 points. So I can go for either 6 or nothing, or some damage to the opponent. Again, choosing the house of the opponent that I want to target is a decision that matters. Nothing that will take multiple PhDs for you to sort out, but just another small fun decision that goes together with other small fun decisions that you have to make, and that overall make this game really good. The Three Little Pigs. I don't know if it is the best game of Gen Con 2013. I will gladly say that it is the best surprise that I've had. Definitely a game that I consider brilliant, that I look forward to playing again. Fun game, incredible game. Looks beautiful, looks incredibly cute. My little daughter is gonna go nuts when she sees that we have a game about the Little Pigs. But this is a game that I will try to play with my adult friends, because I played it only with adults so far, and we've all had a very good time. Three Little Pigs, a highly recommended game.